Hi and welcome back. Today we'll be doing some Photoshop tricks and making a devil's portrait from a regular image next to the fire. So let's hit it off. This is just the basic adjustments: exposure, white balance, denoise, curves adjustments. Nothing fancy, already did it multiple times, you know how to do it. It's easy, simple, and just is preparing the base of your image for adding all those details we will Photoshop in later on. So as you can see, this is just very simple stuff, and let's hit it off with the most important part in my opinion.
Photos.
Color grading using the HSL adjustment layer is, I would say, very important, because we want this to be a lot more red, the devil-like, then we'll add horns, all those details, so colors must be in place. Of course, this is your vision. If you want, you can make everything blue. This is solely up to you. This is how I do it, and of course, feel free to copy everything, learn, and you should be golden. It's not that hard, it's very easy. Add some vignetting to pop everything or hide some of the details you don't like, and you're okay. Now a very simple trick, as always. We find a free image on the internet. Luckily Affinity Photo gives us the stock footage toolbar. We can just find some sparkles and we can add a little bit of details to the fireplace. If we want. If you don't want, you don't have to do it. Just find the perfect blending mode, erase everything all around so it will be seamlessly blended with the original image, and there you have it. Very simple. It's pretty much the basic technique you will do with anything you are adding to an image. That's it. So we add a little bit of sparks on the top and a little bit of sparks on the bottom. Finding some texture and structure. I would like to add those cracks to the skin so it will be more devil-like. And this is the same as with sparks. Just find your texture, find the blending mode, erase everything, make it a little bit transparent, and it's okay. This is how we can add, with the same technique, a flame reflection in the eye. Just find a flame and move it on the eye, set the blending mode, and there you have it. It's really not that hard. The point that it is so easy, it's that everything is dark and it's a lot easier to blend. Here you can see we are adding another part. So let's find some horns for our devil. Just type in horns into the tool and pick your favorite. When we are picking any horns we want, so when we are looking for horns, we need to know that we should find something that is with the same perspective as our original image. It will be a lot easier to blend it later on. but for now I'll find the rhinoceros, and this looks just okay. There's a lot of stuff we can also blend around, so this part is a lot bigger than the horn itself, but it will be easier to blend and add later on. So we will have some fiddle room to play with, and it will be a lot easier to erase parts of it. The layer effects are very nice because you can add the gradient tool just for your layer, pick up the colors, set the blending mode so you can really punch it just like that. As you can see, it's already the same color as everything else. The blending mode makes the texture visible from the original horn, and it's not really that hard. You just need to know what the tools and when to use them. Just fiddle around with the gradient tool and our color grading is almost done for that part. Here, as you can see, it's a little bit too light, so we'll probably have to narrow it down, add a little bit of structure to that from the original skin layer we have, so it will look a lot more natural instead of just popping up in the image. Everything should be as seamless as possible, but this is the classic, you already know that. Just remember, it takes the most work and it's not that easy. On the other hand, when we are finished like that, just copy this, and here you can see the left part. We need to blend this. Remove this a little bit, add a little bit paintbrush with the dark color, or just stamp, clone some other parts of the image, and you're golden. Think about this as Lego blocks, that you are building the image from parts instead of creating everything from scratch like a painter on a canvas. It's not that hard. Here we can add a brush with some texture, as you can see, with some cracks, with some black gradient, just so everything will be put together and will look nicely. So there will be no harsh edges between images we are blending together on our main composite. Brushes you can find on the internet, pretty much there is everything you can download for free. You can create your own brushes. It's very easy to get. You need to Google a little bit, search, find them, install, and everything is already there. You don't have to pay anything. So now we need to find and check the highlights and the shadows. The fire is from the right to the left, so the left part of the horns should be darker. Now let's fix the right part. It should be brighter, because the light is directly set up on the face and on the horns from that side. So let's just paint a little bit with the brightness or with the white color, whatever looks best for you. Just remember that light should always point in the same direction, and it's very important to keep everything consistent. So the next part, let's add a bike in the background. So how do you add anything in the background? First of all, find an image as previously and mask everything to the best of your abilities. when everything is masked, then we need to color grade this so it will look as decent as possible given the whole scene. The colors should be the same so it will reflect that this is the same image instead of working everything together from a couple of different ones. HSL adjustment layer is your friend. So now, how to put something behind an object. Pretty much let's copy the background layer as you can see here. We are copying this, we are rasterizing this so this will be the same image, and we are masking a part of it. So now we will have two layers. One will have the main image and the second one will have the part of an image, of the original one. And since we have two layers, we can mask something out just like that. We'll create mask, and now with two layers we can put something in between so our bicycle will be somewhere in the background. Now, of course, remember about color grading, adding the shadows and the highlights, and as you can see, the highlights are from the top. They should be from the right to the left. So let's make it a little bit dark, fix the colors, and everything should be okay. So this is how you do a devil's portrait in a simple techniques of blending simple images, color grading, masking, erasing a couple of stuff. And that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and bye for now.